Hey everybody, hope you guys are healthy and safe. So a few months ago, I reviewed the Sony Xperia 1 Mark IV, which was very popular with serious photographers because it brought many of Sony Alpha camera's features to a smartphone. And then now comes the Sony Xperia 5 Mark IV, which is a more compact, more affordable package that still does a lot of the cool things that the Sony Xperia 1 Mark IV can do, including 4K 120 FPS slow motion shooting, automatic object tracking, and eye autofocus. Also rapid fire burst shooting mode, snapping up to 20 shots per second. And just like with the Xperia 1 Mark IV, all those shooting modes I just talked about are available on all three lenses here. So whether you're shooting ultra wide 16mm, 24mm, or telephoto 60mm, you can get all the shooting modes here. And because the Xperia 5 Mark IV is so compact with a 6.1-inch screen and weighing just 172 grams, I think this is an excellent do-it-all camera for content creators such as myself. Even if you put the Xperia 5 Mark IV on Sony's shooting grip with a vlog monitor, the whole package is still very lightweight and portable. Okay, we'll talk about the cameras more in a bit. Let's take a look at the overall hardware package. So the Xperia 5 Mark IV keeps that unique Sony Xperia design language. So you have a phone that's a little bit taller and narrower than other Android phones with the same screen size, because this 6.1-inch panel has a longer 21:9 aspect ratio. So the phone is a little bit narrower, which is easier to hold with one hand. And also when you have the phone in landscape orientation, you can watch cinematic videos without letterboxing. This 120Hz OLED screen looks gorgeous, and I love watching content on this device. Powering the Xperia 5 Mark IV is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 with a 5000 mAh battery. That's a huge battery for a screen of just 6.1 inches, so this phone has been giving me all-day battery life easily. Because this is a Sony phone and Sony has always catered to content creators, the Xperia 5 Mark IV still offers a micro SD card slot and a headphone jack. Both of these are features that modern smartphone makers have done away with for no good reason. The 5 Mark IV is protected by Gorilla Glass Victus on the back and the front, and is rated IP68 for water and dust resistant. So this is a phone that you can take for a weekend adventure. But the star of the show are the cameras, so let's talk about them. You have a main triple lens system which covers the 16mm ultra wide, 24mm wide, and the 60mm telephoto focal range. What Sony is doing that no other brand is doing is it is emphasizing parity across all three lenses. All three cameras are 12 megapixel RS Exmor sensors, and all three lenses have Zeiss teeth coating to improve optical performance. And as mentioned, all three lenses get the cool Sony camera features like real-time eye autofocus, automatic subject tracking, 20 FPS burst shooting mode, and 4K 120 FPS slow motion video. The selfie camera also got a big upgrade. It is also a 12 megapixel Exmor sensor with a large 1/2.9-inch image sensor, so that allows for better light intake, which improves selfie quality. You also have a pretty good portrait mode that adds convincing bokeh to your selfies. So I'm not much of a selfie person, obviously, but I love taking pictures of my friends and random cats and dogs that I see on the street. And having eye autofocus and 20 FPS burst shooting mode really helps me get a clean shot no matter what. I also like shooting with a 60mm telephoto lens for portraits. You get some natural depth of field already even at this focal length, but you can also apply artificial bokeh with the dedicated portrait mode. Capturing content is made easier by this dedicated shutter button. It's a two-step shutter button, so you can press halfway to begin focus and then press all the way down to snap the shot or begin recording video. Having a dedicated shutter button really makes me want to take more photos. Like when I'm walking out and about and I see something interesting, I want to rip out my Sony Xperia 5 Mark IV and just snap the photo, because there's a dedicated shutter button that really makes the photography experience feel more organic and natural. I'm a fan of the main camera app, which by default offers a simplified shooting experience just like you would get on any other smartphone. You just point and shoot and you'll get a photo that looks good, because Sony's computational photography has improved significantly in recent years. So even if you're shooting against harsh backlight, Sony's computational photography will produce a shot with perfect balance, proper dynamic range. But that's smartphone photography trickery. For real photographers, they might want to have more control over a shot for images that look a little bit more organic. And to do that, you have manual controls directly in the camera app. So just tap on this upper left corner and you can cycle through the dial just like you would on a Sony Alpha camera and pick the shooting mode that you want. And then from here, you can control everything from shutter speed, ISO, to get the shot that you want. So check out right here, it's several photos of the same scene, but they all have a different vibe and mood. And you can do this with video too, with the Video Pro app. Having more control allows me to control the mood and feel of videos. Or pull off cinematic tricks like rack focus that I wouldn't be able to do with an iPhone. When you need to review footage you've shot, you have this gorgeous OLED screen with a front-facing stereo speaker. Sony is really aiming to make this phone cater to content creators, and within the Video Pro app, you have the option to live stream to YouTube with just a few taps. With this phone's versatile camera system and myriad of shooting modes, you can create content anywhere you want, anytime, anywhere, and share with the world right away. So this is the Sony Xperia 5 Mark IV. If you're a content creator, this is worth a look because this is an awesome, versatile, powerful, do-it-all content creation machine. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.